Hey Taurus, my loves, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel, Divine Nudges. At least I hope I am welcoming back some returning viewers. If not, let's get that going. Hit the subscribe button below so that you can be notified whenever I upload a tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. That is, of course, if you enjoy this one or it resonates with you. Taurus, I'm doing a quick vibe check. For those of you who are familiar with me, you know I do this every single month. Last month, we looked at what was blocking you. Okay, that's what we did for all of the signs. So if you haven't checked that out, go on ahead and do so. I do this for spiritual hygiene purposes, just to make sure that you do a routine spiritual hygiene check and make sure that you're not veering too far off the path, because let's face it, we can get easily distracted by life and all of its woes and pleasures. Okay. And so I want to balance out last month's reading, which again was what is blocking you right now, with what are you getting right? What are you doing right? What is working for you in this moment? So let's get that going. What is Taurus doing right? Concerning a Queen of Wands, okay, there is something that you are doing right when it comes to a Queen of Wands, okay? That's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, okay? And there could be something to have to do with like a third party situation, okay, Taurus. So this could be, um, perhaps as it pertains to love, there you could have been involved in a third party situation that involved a Queen of Wands, and you're letting that go. You're cutting off um, any third party situations. For others of you with this Queen of Wands energy here, the Queen of Wands is very attractive, very confident, very self assured, okay? Um, Possesses a very alluring energy, can be a little bit witchy magic, okay? Um, so for others of you, you may be choosing to stand out from the crowd. Okay. You may be choosing to, um, I don't want to say go against the grain as much as, perhaps you're being more of a leader in your life than a follower. Perhaps you don't feel so inclined to do what everyone else is doing. You don't feel so inclined to keep up with the Joneses. You don't feel so inclined to prioritize what others might say or think about you. Okay. So there is this you know, um, standing out from the crowd type of energy that you're taking on right now, that you're embodying right now, Taurus. Okay, so good for you, because this is obviously something that you're doing because you feel like it will serve your best and highest good. Okay, so this could be something about your circles, something about and when I say circles, I mean your circle of friends, your circle of your network. Okay, um, you're really taking a look at your network, and uh, you're taking inventory and you're assigning value. You're taking inventory of what you have to gain, and not so much because you're using them, Taurus, but you've come to the realization that if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And this could be, spiritual currency as well. Are your circle of friends, are your networks um, helping you grow and advance and progress? Is that what's happening? Are they helping you? Feel more secure in yourself? And I understand that that's an inside job, but sometimes people can take away from us. Okay. For some of you are deciding that you're partying less. Okay. So I'm getting again that keeping up with the Joneses energy. Some of you are partying less. maybe attending fewer social gatherings. And you're coming from a very intuitive place as well with the Queen of Wands here, because I could be talking to my divine masculines just as much as I'm talking to my divine feminines. And whenever we have queens on the table, we're talking about feminine energy as it pertains to intuition. Okay. Um, and so some of you have intuitively realized that these changes need to be made. I'm hearing that some of you may have been intuitively realizing that some of your friends aren't really your friends. They're not real friends. Yeah. See, we have intuition again here. Well, again, the Queen of Wands is more so coming from a self assured, not so much depending on what other people think. But I see here where your intuition has definitely been telling you that there are some friendships or some circles of friends or some networks that you need to walk away from. Okay. Um, you're no longer willing to settle for disappointment. I'm seeing where in the past you weren't willing to walk away from these friendships, no matter how disappointing they were for you, because some of them were disappointing. Some of the people in your networks were disappointing, and please, take these messages as they resonate. This could have to do with work. This could have to do with family. This could have to do with friends. I'm getting that you weren't really quick to let go of the people in your life, Taurus, even when, they were disappointing, even when they weren't, for your best interest. They didn't have your back. They didn't make you feel loved, cared for, valued. I'm also seeing here where some of you are more inclined to follow your dreams at this time. Some of you may actually be getting dreams that are giving you some messages about your friends and your networks and your family. Some of you may actually be having dreams and maybe need to interpret your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. I feel like they're calling your attention. I'm not sure if you're actually interpreting them. What I do when I need to interpret my dreams is I'll just Google the dream symbolism. Pick your dream apart. If there's a car, Google, car symbolism. If there's a rock, Google rock symbolism. Like everything that you can remember about your dream, dissect it. Google what the symbolism means. What you'll find is that different websites come up, and some might interpret it in terms of dream symbolism. Some of them might interpret it in terms of spiritual and religious symbolism, so on and so forth. I mean, I go deep, so I would check out 2 to 3 sources per symbol to try to get a well-rounded perspective, and usually that allows me to put my dreams together. Some of you may um, it may be useful for you all to do that. Some of you are starting over emotionally. I'm seeing where some of you have lately, you've been in your feelings as well. You've been feeling a little sad. You've been feeling a little bit depressed. Some of you are either starting all over emotionally, like there's a reset. There could be a dark night of the soul here, or some of you may still be in your feelings. Yeah, some of you are coming out of this rut. This is beautiful because again, this is what you're getting right, what you're doing right. Some of you, as I said, you've been feeling down a little bit. You've gone within and you've really taken inventory and assessed like what was the source of these things, whether it was outside influences, whether it was you accepting those outside influences for truth. You've done the inventory and you're now deciding to do things your way. Some of you are also deciding to soften up your hearts again because there could have been a little bit of hardening of the heart for, while you were going through this purging process. Okay. Some of you, yeah, you're choosing peace and you're prioritizing self love, whatever that means to you. That's what you're doing now. That's what you're prioritizing. Yeah. Yep. 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 Uh, I'm seeing where there was, you may have had a lot of immature perspectives or immature energy around you, Taurus. Okay. Petty, fighting, again, keeping up with the Joneses, a lot of superficiality, um, a lot of pretending, a lot of putting on airs. Okay. And you're stepping away from that. You're stepping away from that. Some of you maintained friendships because of how you felt they made you look versus, really um, there being an actual valuable connection or a sustainable connection there for you. So some of you are absolutely looking at, you know, what is the value that people bring to you, and based on that value you're deciding how to move forward with them. Okay. All right, Taurus. So I am going to leave this with you. Hopefully, these messages have resonated with you. As I mentioned, to get a well rounded perspective, this is what you're doing right. Go back and check out what could be blocking you at this time. I also did a November reading for the month of November at the beginning of the month, and there was a little bit of advice there for you, Taurus, specifically those of you who are negotiating contracts at this time. That's what my memory recalls anyway. I do so many readings that not every detail sticks with me. Okay. All right, Taurus. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And until next time, take care of yourself. Don't forget to like, share, comment, or subscribe. Thank you.